There is no doubting Tesla's vehicles are in high demand. And with chip shortages affecting all vehicle manufacturers, it can be hard to get your hands on the wheel of one of the best electric cars available. Now, as shared by some sources, Tesla's standard range Model 3 has a new order estimated delivery date of 2022. This means Tesla has enough orders to take up all available production of its lowest-cost vehicle for the rest of the year. In the meantime, Tesla has reduced the price of the Model 3 standard range in China, as the price of the same vehicle produced in the US has been going up. Tesla says Model 3 ownership costs about the same as a Toyota Camry. Using cost data from the fleet, the company estimates that running a Model 3 standard range Plus over 5 years and 60,000 miles costs 55 cents per mile. And if by any chance you are thinking of buying a Tesla Model 3, and you are still undecided which version to aim for, this is the right video for you. Before we start, however, let us know in the comments below what you think about the new upcoming Model 3, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, subscribe to Technopool, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now let's get into it. Tesla pushes new Model 3 standard range Plus orders to 2022. Tesla has now pushed new Model 3 standard range Plus orders to 6 months out, all the way to January 2022. There are likely several factors at play. Today, Tesla has updated its online configurator to push the delivery timeline for new Model 3 standard range Plus orders, all the way to January 2022. It was previously November 2021. However, Tesla's online configurator shows that the Model 3 long range still has a November 2021 delivery timeline, while the Model 3 Performance can be delivered as fast as 4 to 7 weeks. It's one of the largest discrepancies between variants of the same model we have seen to date. Tesla has had strong demand in the US, which could explain the extraordinarily long delivery timeline. But Tesla also has had significant supply chain issues, especially related to the chip shortage. It makes sense for the automaker to prioritize more expensive versions of the Model 3 when it comes to new orders. Tesla could be sending more chips and microchips to those vehicles. As for the Model Y, the long-range version also has a significant delivery timeline of December 2021 for new orders, while Model Y Performance can be delivered on the same timeline as the Model 3 Performance. Some say that the demand is crazy, and others say that supply issues are limiting production, resulting in those long delivery delays on new orders. As with most things, the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. US demand has been strong for Tesla all years, and the automaker does indeed have some significant supply chain issues, as Musk confirmed again today. Either way, Tesla is sold out of its planned production capacity in the US for the base Model 3 and Model Y. Tesla reduces Model 3 price in China. The Chinese division of American electric vehicle manufacturer announced on Friday that it has lowered the price of its popular Model 3 to settle at a new overall post-subsidies price tag of 235,900 yuan, $36,500, a reduction of 15,000 yuan. According to a post by the firm's official account on the country's Twitter-like platform Weibo, the change aims to adjust to the actual situation of cost fluctuations. Tesla's decision to reduce prices in the Chinese market likely reflects its ambitions to overhaul the types of batteries used to power its cars, shifting from the more expensive lithium-ion batteries in favor of new innovative prototypes. Some of the most promising alternatives are lithium iron phosphate batteries that offer the same level of power at a significantly lower cost. Crucially, LFP batteries do not require the inclusion of cobalt in their design, a mineral which, in addition to its hefty price, also carries reputational risks to EV firms due to its association with various conflicts and labor-related issues in places such as the Democratic Republic of the Congo. At the end of June, Pandaily reported that Tesla had reached an agreement to expand its collaboration with Chinese EV battery manufacturer CATL in a supply arrangement scheduled to last until December of 2025. Fujian-based CATL on Friday unveiled a new generation of sodium-ion batteries and sodium-lithium hybrids, a development that could have a significant impact on the domestic EV industry. The reduction of Tesla's Model 3 price comes on the heels of a stellar second-quarter performance that saw strong sales in the Chinese market and record-breaking production at its Shanghai manufacturing plant. Tesla's premium market position in the country means it primarily targets upper-class car owners, with its models branded as luxury EVs that sell at a significantly higher rate than competitors. According to a report earlier this year by consulting firm McKinsey & Company, Tesla's Model 3 became the single best-selling premium battery electric vehicle model in China in 2020. Nonetheless, the firm has encountered hurdles of late, as witnessed by the unexpected removal of its popular long-range Model 3 from the Chinese market, a move likely indicative of supply chain constraints and a shift in focus to accelerate production of its Model Y. Meanwhile, an expanding cohort of challenges in the domestic market have sprung up in recent years, offering a diverse range of EV models at much more affordable costs. Domestic firm XPeng, for instance, is currently selling its P5 model at 160,000 yuan, more than 75,000 less than Tesla's Model 3 after its recent reduction. Furthermore, extremely cheap compact models have become more and more popular across the country of late, such as the Hongguang Mini EV by car manufacturer Wuling, which sells at an incredibly low price below 30,000 yuan. Tesla says Model 3 ownership costs about the same as a Toyota Camry. With a starting price of $39,490, the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus costs around the same as premium combustion-powered sedans like the BMW 3 Series and Audi A4. But as the technology improves and replacement parts get cheaper, EVs are becoming cheaper to own in the long term since they require less maintenance and cost less to maintain. As Tesla's new 2020 impact report shows, the total ownership costs of the Model 3 over 5 years are significantly cheaper than BMW and Audi's premium sedans when factoring fuel costs, insurance, maintenance, and depreciation. Using cost data from the Tesla fleet, Tesla estimates that running a Model 3 Standard Range Plus over 5 years and 60,000 miles costs 55 cents per mile. Impressively, that's almost as low as a Toyota Camry according to Tesla. It's encouraging to see the Model 3 running costs are now nearly on par with a traditional mass-market sedan like the Camry, which costs around 50 cents per mile according to Tesla's chart. The advantage of having a fleet of vehicles that is constantly online is the ability to analyze real-world data rather than only being able to use estimates, Tesla wrote in the report. We have an extensive database of Model 3 residual values and cost of repairs, maintenance, energy use, etc. Additionally, the insurance cost for the Model 3 Standard Range Plus is based on the projected median insurance rate in the US for Tesla Model 3 drivers. Our analysis shows that over 5 years and 60,000 miles, running a Model 3 Standard Range Plus costs 55 cents per mile. Notably, running costs such as fuel, electricity or gasoline maintenance, tires and repairs for Model 3 should cost just over half of a mass-market ICE vehicle such as a Toyota Camry. Tesla's findings show that while EVs typically command premium sticker prices, the lower ownership costs, including obvious fuel savings, could save you a lot of money long-term. While some are reporting that moving to a Tesla Model 3 from a gas car has brought them savings, particularly on maintenance, it seems not everybody is on board. Car and Driver has been running a long-term Model 3 for over 30,000 miles now, and its most recent update, the publication specifically points out actual savings in service costs is turning out to be quite minimal. In fact, they say the savings they observed were only slightly better than 2 other ICE vehicles that they were running in parallel. They mention that you don't have to change oil in an EV, but the Model 3 still needs its brake calipers lubricated, because in theory they see less use than in an ICE vehicle because an EV relies a lot more on regen, an operation which has now been done on their Tester a total of 3 times and is one of the things that has brought the cost to $432. That's still less than what C&D spent on the maintenance of a BMW M340i or a Kia Telluride, which cost them $539 and $728 respectively. The difference is still there, but they argue it doesn't work out to much if you look at it as a monthly cost. C&D also listed the fixes they had to do to the car. These were not regular maintenance, but the publication lists a $1,200 glass roof and a $1,100 new windscreen. The tires were also replaced after 30,000 miles, since the Model 3 came with Michelin Primacy MX-M4 tires specifically designed for the car that actually start out with less tread than if you were to get the same tires off the shelf. They were replaced with higher performance Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires that added another $1,157 to the total ownership cost. Even so, the car didn't need any repairs in the nearly 40,000 miles and nothing malfunctioned, and C&D says that based on this experience, the Model 3 wasn't really much cheaper to run than a conventional car. Which Tesla Model 3 trim is best? Even if you've decided you want a Model 3 over a Model Y or a BMW i4, there's still one more decision to make. Tesla offers 3 trim levels for the Model 3: Standard Range Plus, Long Range, and Performance. Each variant provides strengths and weaknesses in terms of cost, range, and athleticism, Stick around while we spell out the pros and cons of each Model 3 and which trim we think is best. Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus pros and cons. This is the Model 3 Standard Range Plus, the cheapest Tesla you can currently buy, at around $40,000. The Standard Range Plus is the only single-motor variant of the Model 3, and its electric power and torque are routed through only the rear wheels. Tesla claims the entry-level Model 3 will scoot from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and reach a top speed of 140 miles per hour. Plus, even this base model is EPA rated at 263 miles of electric range. The Standard Range Plus version of the Model 3 comes well equipped too, with all the same standard feature content you'll get on more expensive models. There's a colossal 15.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system at the center of the interior, and basic autopilot, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring is standard. Tesla Model 3 long-range pros and cons. The central difference between the standard and long-range versions of the Model 3 is the latter's second electric motor. In addition to the rear motor, long-range and performance versions of the Model 3 include a front motor for dual-motor all-wheel drive. The Model 3 long range will set you back about $50,000 before paint and interior options, but there are notable benefits, in addition to AWD traction, to spending the extra $10,000. First off, range jumps by almost 35% to 353 miles. The long range is quicker than its little sibling too, hustling to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 4.2 seconds. Autobahners and speedaholics will also be pleased to know the Model 3 long range tops out at 145 miles per hour. Model 3 performance pros and cons. The Model 3 Performance is Tesla's equivalent to a BMW M3 or a Mercedes-AMG C63. One of Motor Trend staffers has spent a year with a Model 3 Performance, and when they tested that car, it launched to 60 miles per hour in just 3.0 seconds. That's quicker than either of the aforementioned German competitors, not to mention our long-term C8 Corvette. A Model 3 Performance isn't cheap, though pricing starts right around $58,000. That said, dropping the extra cash yields superior acceleration and a claimed top speed of 162 miles per hour, plus standard 20-inch wheels, lowered suspension, performance brakes, and a carbon fiber rear spoiler. The Model 3 Performance is also the only Tesla to offer a track mode with improved cooling and regenerative braking, torque vectoring, and relaxed stability control. Those prone to range anxiety may be better suited to the long range, as the Model 3 Performance is EPA rated at 315 miles on a full charge. So which of these three trims is the best? Each of these models have their merits, but our money would go to the Model 3 Standard Range Plus model. No other $40,000 electric car comes close to what the Model 3 offers in terms of the performance and driving experience, and 263 miles of range with RWD should be plenty for folks who live in places with decent charging infrastructure and temperate weather. That said, the long range is perfect for drivers who want more traction and more time between charges, and the performance variant is a riot if you can swing the sticker price. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. There are many more future-focused tech videos coming in the near future, so until then stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.